Machedo speaking to you from LoyMachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding. Today I thought I would do another resume rebrand and reevaluation of a resume that was sent to me by a gentleman based in, I think he's based in Dubai. Now, before I move further, I just want to answer one question that was asked to me. The question was, Loy, why are you only doing resume rebrand and reevaluation of only beginners or amateurs? Why aren't you doing the resumes of CEOs or directors or senior managers or regional managers? See, the thing is, this service that I'm giving you is a free service. Most of the people who opt for this free service are people who want something for free. They don't want to pay money. They don't want to invest in their brand. They just want a free opinion. So they don't take their brand as seriously as the people who really pay money for their brand. So the people who actually pay money are senior level executives, corporate professionals at the higher up on the ladder. They don't want their resume in any way, shape, or form. Even if you remove all the details, they don't want their resume to be shown globally, and that also on a public platform. So they pay me a premium amount just to make sure that everything is kept confidential. So these resumes that I'm doing, they are the ones that people don't pay any money and they just want a free service. So having got that out of the way, let's have a look. I've changed the details, the main details of this resume. Now, as you can see, the main thing that I changed is right in the center, dead center here, the guy had his big photograph. He had a massive photograph. And then his resume, I've not touched his resume at all. You can see it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages. He has made his CV 9 pages. Okay, 9 pages simply because he has chosen to have so much of space in between. I can't seem to understand what is the purpose of having so much space in between. This is really unnecessary, and personally speaking, this would be the first reason why I would not even take this candidate seriously, because this is absolutely an uneducated, really stupid format. Really stupid format. I mean, what you can say in 1 page, why are you saying it in 9 pages? I will just have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pages. So unnecessary. So as I've always told you, I first Control A, that is select all the information. Control C, I press, and then I go to one of my favorite websites, which is a free service, which I would recommend you to use. That is wordcounter.net, and remove HTML. Okay. And remove HTML, what it does is it removes all the formatting. It removes all the formatting. So here I would take this, and what I would do is I would create a nice Google Doc and go to Google Docs. In Google Docs, you get all the documents that you can use for free. So you can share them, and it's pretty useful. So first, obviously, I would title the document as resume. Okay. And here I would copy paste Control V. So you can see it is around 8 pages now. Okay, it's come to 8 pages. I've removed all the graphics that he has put, the formatting, the bold and everything else. So, okay, now the first thing what I would do is I would make this railway, and I would make this, say, for a font size, just so that you guys can see, it's better for you guys viewing. What I'll do is zoom in and zoom in, so you can see it a bit more clearer on your screens. Okay, so I'll just go zoom in again. This is just to make it easier for all of you, just to see what am I doing. Okay, so this is what he has. He has so much of space. Let me just zoom out. I think this is a bit too much. Zoom out. Okay, so he has stated XYZ job seeker, email. He has stated email. You don't need to state your email. You don't need to. He has 1 mobile number and he has 2 mobile numbers. So what I normally suggest is don't have 2 cell numbers, have only 1. It's always good to have just 1. You're not a CEO of a company where you'll be so busy. You don't need to state where you are, okay, because this information that I'll be having, I'll be putting it on the header, okay. So his name, and the funny thing is he has actually put, if you see in his resume, he has put his name, this was his name, and he put job seeker. You don't have to put the title job seeker after your name. That is really unnecessary. So you just put your name. So let's give this guy a good name, like Richard Phillips. Okay, I'll just put, this is just a fake name, Phillips. Yeah. So Richard Phillips. So, and I'll just give this a Richard Phillips an email. Okay, Richard Phillips. I don't know if there is a person with the name Richard Phillips. I apologize if there is. It's not, you know, it's not to highlight your name. So what I would do is I would first put his name, okay, give it a bold, okay, and below his name I would put, this is his profession or expertise, okay, or personal brand. So I'm just going, I don't know what this would be, so I'm just leaving it for now. And yes, I would put this here. So this would be the header. This would be the header, and the header would repeat itself on every page. So if you were to, let's say, zoom out, let me just show you, zoom out, zoom out. Okay, I need to by heart the memorize. Okay, I'm just zooming out. So you can see, because I put this as a header, the header is everywhere. Okay, so now what I do is we just give this a little bit of a formatting, paragraph styles, borders and shading, background color. Let's say I'd give it a soft gray. Okay, let's try something new this time, light blue. Okay, so okay, what I'll do is I'll just change this so that just make it lighter, so it's easy for a person to read. Slightly light. Okay, apply. Oops, sorry, I need to get this properly done, otherwise. Paragraph styles, borders and shading, background color. Okay, I take light. Okay, so what I've done is immediately I have given this a kind of, let me leave a little space at the top, because just in case during printing you don't want any issues. Okay, so I've left a little space at the top. This is going to be the header. So, and I've given a little space at the bottom. Okay, and this is how I'm going to start his resume. Okay, so obviously in all Word documents, at the footer you have page, page. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll take this and I'll okay, because we need to know which page. So insert, I'll be putting the page number, page number. Oops, sorry. Let me just see, how do I get this? Okay, page, insert, page number, page number. Okay, so you put this down here. Yeah, this is what I need. Page 2, page 1. Okay, page 1 off, and insert, page number, page count. Okay, so what, if you see what I've done is I have practically given the person the information that they need, so they know which page number is what. So they don't have to guess, am I on the first page, am I on the second page, whatever. So I put this here. So now you have the header with the name, you have the footer. Okay, and yeah, if you feel this is just an optional, you can give this a slight color, apply, border color, apply. Okay, so you have at the top, you have at the bottom. Okay, this looks a little different, so just need to be careful of this. Okay, let me make sure that I have the same color for both. Yeah. Okay, now it's the same color for both. Now, since I finished the head and footer, first year's professional summary. Okay, we can go with professional summary. What do you state? Young and dynamic. Well, that's a very stupid way to start. You're young and dynamic with 6 years of experience in HR coordination plus HR recruiter. Okay, grammar mistake. So 6 years experience as a HR coordinator, HR recruiter with a bachelor's degree. Okay, demonstrate strong communication skills and ability of building strong relationships through meeting and interactions. Then a self-motivated innovator with records of success in troubleshooting and problem solving. Now, this is you're describing yourself that you are a motivated guy, you have a record of success. So since he's applying for HR coordination, HR, human resource, I don't think there is a need for him to mention his record of success. So if it is sales, I would say, okay, fine, because there you have to put numbers. Here, once again, he is stating that he has strong communication skills and relationship skills. He's just praising himself. This is not required. What is required is specific facts. And the facts are, forget he's young and dynamic, 6 years experience, okay, in HR coordination, HR recruitment. So instead of saying HR coordination plus HR recruiter, which is stupid, you just say human resource management. Okay, bachelor's degree, it's not such a big thing, but I'll keep it there for now. Okay, so in professional summary, I've just managed to get 3 points, but they're very less, but for now I'll just keep them. Now he has mentioned his skills here. Skills, communication, just look at the amount of gaps that he has, which is so irritating, which I don't seem to understand. So his skills, communication, motivation, positivity, trustworthiness, this is all useless rubbish. This is not a skill. Okay, you can't say motivation is your skill, creativity is your skill. I don't know, someone's creativity can be someone else's nonsense. So you remove all this. So I would remove skills. Professional experience. Now he has moved to professional experience and career profile. You don't have to use two words, professional experience and career profile. Just use one. I would simply put it as experience. Okay. Now in experience, which is a header, I would just take his summary. So what I do is, okay, now this is company number one. Company one, which is based in Abu Dhabi. Okay. He worked as a HR coordinator. Okay, HR coordinator and administrator for company number one from July to the present date. Okay, all right, so this is company number one. The job description, everything, I would put it later on. And this is company number two. Okay, I'll just put it up here. Okay, so he was an HR coordinator, HR recruiter. You don't have to repeat it twice. An HR recruiter for company two from November. Okay. From July 2000 onwards, not present. From November 2016 to November. You know, these dates when they have November 2016 to November 2017, this really makes it looks rather fishy because it looks too perfect, you know. A lot of these, you know, this, I work from July to July and all that, it kind of looks too fake. So what I'm doing right now is I'm taking all his job, you know, wherever he worked, I'm just taking all these companies and I'm just merging them together. So I'll be taking all these companies and putting them in one. Okay. So we have quite a number of companies that he has worked for. Okay, company three, that was based in Dubai. He worked as a HR. Funny titles. I don't know if this is true also. For company three, you can see I I'm discovering this for the first time, HR coordinator and recruiter from October 2013 to November 2016. One tip that I'll give you here is, instead of putting, some places don't put October as short form and November long form. Follow a consistent pattern. Have a consistency throughout. Okay. So, and if he has put Dubai here, okay, let's just eliminate. Let's just have, this is how it should be. Then company number 5, he worked as a customer service representative for company number 5 from, see here he has short forms. January is short, here it's full, so January, I would put full form to, they should be to October 2013. So there should be a kind of consistency throughout. Then company number 6, which was in India. Okay, so for company in Mumbai, India from January. Okay, so you have a designation like this, which is senior customer. Wait, let me just increase the font so that you can see it. View. Oh yeah. Let me just increase. Okay, sorry about the font. So here you have senior customer service representative / team coach. Don't have such a long designation. It's it stresses the person out. So just put senior customer representative team coach. Choose one. I would say that I would put it as customer service senior customer service. Okay, you can put agent or you can put executive. This is standard for all. For company number 6 in India from January to August. Okay, so here what you can do is, since you want to mention that you have been in UAE, you can mention it here. Okay. So I think we have more or less summarized his experience in all these places. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 companies that he has worked for. So he has 5 years here, he has 2 years here, he has 3 years here, he has 1 year, and he again wants to look for a change. When you have a resume like this where people have worked for 1 year and 2 years, this can kind of like backfire on you, because it shows that the person keeps wanting to change one company to another. So I would actually not mention so many companies. I would just, personally speaking, I would just say, I would merge. This is where a little bit of white lies comes into play. I would merge like 2 companies and put it as one, instead of putting 1, 2, 3, 4, because it shows that you keep changing jobs left, right, and center, and that is something that can really backfire. So right on the outset, he has something that can really go against him. Now, expertise. Now, he has so many things that he has mentioned. I'm pretty sure the majority of this is useless information that doesn't serve anybody. So what I'm going to do is, I will take all this information that he has here, and I'll take all this information and I'll open another document and I'm going to post it there. So, okay. So I'm going to a new document and I've copy pasted this here. Okay, and okay. So all this information now what I tend to do is, as you can see, all this information that is posted here, there's so much of information. So what I do is, control. When you're talking of expertise, when you're talking of the skills that you have, you just need to state the top 10 or the top 15. Don't go beyond that, because you can't be an expert in everything. So what I would tend to do for something like this is, um, I would sort this out. Let's see if I have it here. Um, yeah, okay. So add-ons, I have an add-on sort A to Z. So what I've done is I have sorted all the information that he has posted here alphabetically. So the extra space is gone, the extra space is gone, and it is now alphabetically. So all this is stated in bullet points. So as of now, we can see he has around 73. You can see this 73 points that he has stated. So now some of them are repeated. So I will only put ones which are required. I'll put the ones which are the most important. I'll remove anything that is useless, anything that is which a day-to-day person can do, anything that like an uneducated person can do. So let's start with this. Acting as a liaison between employees and insurance providers. Instead of that, I would, instead of putting insurance providers, maybe important information. So dealing with insurance companies. Okay, this can be useful. Administer change retirement plans. What I would put instead of that is the HR function, which is health, benefits, insurance. Okay, so advertising vacancies by range of media. So he looks on employing new people, finding the right candidate. So I would put finding the right candidate. Okay, answering employee request, you don't need to put this. Arranging airport transfers, this is not a skill that you should be talking about, because this is nothing great. Arrange meetings with potential clients for new business. You can talk about business development, okay, but I don't know how far he has done that. Conduct interviews with inline job requirements. Conducting interviews with candidates. We have put it right at the top. Arranging, conducting interviews. He has repeated so many things over and over again. The interview process, finding the right candidate, conducting the interview process. Okay, carrying out vendor registration and pre-qualification process with clients of oil and gas. Okay, if this is a specialized function dealing with clients in the oil and gas industry, by ensuring pre-qualification and registration process. Okay, cold calling is not required. Communicating with supervisors and subordinates is not required. Conducting global overseas marketing campaigns. Okay, so you have experience in these countries, Nepal, Philippines, for blue collar and white collar jobs. Okay, this you can take out. Okay, and put that dealing with candidates from 1, 2, 3, 4 from countries like Nepal. Okay, Sri Lanka and Pakistan. Okay, mass recruitment, conducting okay, conduct walk-in interviews. This is not required. Meet and exceed supervisor expectations, not required. Benchmark all areas is not required. Coordinate with driver, you don't need to mention you coordinate with driver. You don't need to say cross-sell services on 40%. Develop a good understanding of customers and clients, develop quotes and proposals. You don't need to say. You see, he has repeated so many things. Expect to behave in an inclusive manner, facilitating human process, follow up with candidates, labor, visa application. Uh, you can just put it here, handling visa, handling the visa process, legal requirements. Okay, then identifying new sales, make travel arrangements is not a high volume with deadline driven environment, managing accounts, government and semi-government, too much of fluff, more services like roadside assistant. Oh goodness, you don't need to mention this. Organizing in trade exhibitions, pitching services, planning meetings, preparing PowerPoint presentations, working with teams. So too much of unnecessary stuff. How much have we? Oh, we're nearly there. Provide local features, nightlife. Talk about nightlife. Regular meet with a report to managing director. Resolve an average of 250 inquiries. That's not required. Okay. Respond to RFI, RFP, RFQ, bid management. I don't know what is that. Sourcing new business, understanding, adhere to pertinent laws, upgrading customers, receiving quotes from suppliers, using portals. Okay. So now we have few things here. We have just 6. Okay. Out of the 6, now we can say specialize in the HR function, which includes dealing with the employment. First is recruit with the recruit, employment. And the work also included ensuring So what I've done is I've stated the first part is the HR function, which is the first thing which you need to state. The second one is dealing with the vendors and insurance companies, travel agents, hotels, and okay. We can merge this. Okay, so expertise is in 3 areas. Expertise is in 3 areas. That is the HR function. Okay, So you can say human resource management. Okay, this is human resource. Then vendor management. Then you could say this is also related to human resource management, but project management. Okay, so these are the three areas. Now, I'll remove all this extra. Then finally it comes to education. Okay, education, he wants to state that he has a bachelor's. You don't need to state your high school, 10th and 12th, which is ridiculous. So bachelor in commerce from Mumbai University. Okay, India, you need to state the year. You can just put 1995. I'm just going, guesswork. I don't have that information from my side. Technical skills, he says he knows Excel, Outlook, PowerPoint. This is ridiculous. You don't need to state that. Okay, this is important. Working knowledge of the federal labor laws, knowledge and practices of HR management. Now, in terms of skills, you can just put skills, technical skills, thorough knowledge of the state and federal labor employment laws. Now, the legal aspect is pretty important. Okay, knowledge and principles and practices, management. Okay, so this is important. This is also important. Okay, personal details. Now we quickly come in for personal details. National, date of birth, you don't have to mention. Gender, you don't. Language is known, is okay. You don't have to mention a marital status. You have a driver's license, which is okay. Okay. So nationality, you want to state you're Indian. Okay. No need to state your date of birth. No need to state your male or female. If you know these languages, this is a plus point. Then having a valid UAE drivers, because in some places they need this. Okay, so personal details. Okay, can just put this here. It's not Indian. Is known. Okay. All right. So I know that this resume really looks small. It's, out of like 9 pages, I've just brought this down to a few pages. Personally speaking, what I would have done is I would have sat down with the client on this, and I would have dug out some real important bits which would really help the person stand out. Because what you need is you need more content. You need more content by which the person can feel that you're really the person for the job. Now, given the fact that I do not know him and I do not know his skills, I do not know which company he's applying for, I would not be in a position to put anything extra. But what are some of the extras that I would put in this resume is I would put core competencies. I would put more in terms of the work actually done based on the latest company that he is in. And finally, I would state a lot of recommendations, because here you need to state, since you cannot measure anything, you can at least state, what are the things that you've done. So this is what I would put. I would put more in terms of what are his skills. I'd fill this up, maybe have another 3 more points. I would put core competencies, a different header. And yes, I would put recommendations, and then then obviously I would give this resume. So here what you can put is, you can just put human resource professional, and if you're certified, I would just put certified. This would give us really strong credibility, this word certified. Okay, that is if he's certified. 6 years experience in human resource management. Okay, in okay, 6 years management uh, with specialization in HR, laws, legal framework, uh, you can just say legalities. I would put some things extra here, okay, that would spice up, his resume and make the person want to employ him. So as of now, this is what I would state. Obviously, there's a lot of information that is missing. I think this CV could naturally go out to 2 pages, and that is where his resume would really stand out. The other thing was, obviously, I would merge this. Instead of putting 5 areas, I just put 3 areas where he has worked. And yeah, that is how his resume would be. So if you look at his CV before, which was like this, as you can see, 9 pages, 9 pages resume. I have practically made this, zoom out, I made this just 1 page resume. As you can see now, this is 1 page. What he had was 9 pages before. Maximum I would push this for 2 pages with worthwhile content that is sitting with him and bringing out the content. So Lloyd from LloydMachedo.com, who's Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding, sharing with you his thoughts. Let me know, what do you think of these sessions that I have? Would you like me to share more videos like this? Put your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. And get in touch with me if there's anything. So this is me signing off for now. Take care.